All right, Sisters fans. Unlike the Oval, I don't have a bunch of sister videos to do. I've already done the trailer breakdown for the next episode. So I have only two on my list to do. Unless a lot of people comment saying, "Hey Jeremy, the video you did about some of the inconsistencies within the Oval, why don't you do it for Sisters?" I don't really find a lot of inconsistencies in Sisters. I do find that sometimes the show can actually drag on, but other than that, I think the acting on Sisters is better than the Oval. And yeah, so with that being said, this video is going to be about the Danny and Zach situation, and there's a loud truck in the background, the driveway, so if you hear anything in the parking lot, my bad. But it looks like in the next episode, and if you watch my trailer breakdown, I go into detail on this, it looks like the girls are back together, so to speak. I don't know if everything is resolved within one episode, but at the same time, it's like the Danny and Zach situation was something I really didn't like whatsoever. Maybe it's because of the climate we live in today, Me Too, time's up and everything like that. Not to mention the fact that one post can ruin someone's life, you know, whether it be something that the person themselves posted or something that was retweeted, shared, or Snapchat or videoed without them knowing it. And to actually use that to make Zach feel guilty and bad about being high the night before and having air quote sex with Danny, then having to tell Karen about what happened, and then Danny using the video in order to hurt Karen. I think the person I feel most sorry for in this situation is Zach himself. Yeah, he isn't the perfect guy, but you know, he cheated. He possibly gave Karen a, you know, transmittable disease, but obviously in episode 1, it turned out that wasn't the case. And also looking at the situation, he's just trying to get on his feet. But you also look at the fact that Danny is in her feelings about being talked about behind her back, even though Karen literally confirmed that we haven't said anything behind your back that we haven't said to your face or wouldn't say to your face. So I don't like that aspect, but I do admit that I like the fact that Tyler Perry is writing cracks within the foundation of this 4-women friendship, because that's real. I mean, and I'm not just saying this, you know, as a guy saying, oh, women can never agree. No. It's just like getting 4 people to agree all the time and always be friendly towards each other without any friction is completely unrealistic. But to actually have 4 women from 4 different walks of life, you know, like Andy is a professional, you know, like a divorce lawyer attorney, Karen with her salon, and Sabrina in the bank, and Danny and the airport and everything. Everyone has their own different flow of life, so to speak, but they all kind of come, it's like what, they're 4 different rivers flowing into the same lake or ocean or whatever you want to say. But I feel that Danny using her, Zach's vulnerability to hurt Karen is bad. It reminds me of that episode of Family Matters where Laura and Eddie were pranking each other, and then the big prank at the end of the episode was it was Eddie's birthday, and Laura found his little black book and invited all of his ex-girlfriends to his birthday party, and I was like, damn, that was ruthless. No pun intended to the BET Plus series coming up. But I feel like, you know, Danny and Karen's beef should not involve Zach in that way, because I feel so bad because Zach is going to Karen in the next episode saying like, I need to let you know what happened. And then Sabrina is like trying to check Danny, who isn't having it. But obviously when Andy comes to her situation about her being played by Gary, which I'll talk about in its own video, it seems like the girls kind of, you know, shelved their drama in order to help her out. So hopefully Danny redeems herself by actually deleting the video and telling the truth, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm not saying that Karen is a saint, but all I'm saying is Danny should know better. And a lot of people have been, and I told you all this before, like whenever I go to the post office up the street, whenever I'm like, you know, sending off eBay items I've sold off and everything like that, the women at the counter, they watch the shows too. They even know about my channel. They watched my videos when it came to Greenleaf, and they're like, what'd you think of the Sisters and Oval episode? And then one of them was like, you know, they think Danny really reminds them of Tiffany Haddish, and that is actually very accurate. So what do you think? Do you think Danny will start to do the right thing? Do you think that she'll still have this chip on her shoulder? Her and Karen will ever make amends? Or do you think their friendship is tarnished for good? With that being said, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure you follow me on social media. Links are in the description below, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Also, if you have any other sister content you want me to cover, like, hey, can you do a video on this character? Can you do this or that? If it's good enough, I'll probably do it.